Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're doing something a little different. You sent us a promotional claim that, frankly, sounds a bit too good to be true.
It definitely
So
does.
our mission is to really get into the transparency and, the verification around this specific online offer.
Our subject is the website Blxrewards.com. It's promoting a pretty spectacular giveaway, 5,000 Robux.
A huge
A
amount.
huge amount, supposedly to celebrate Roblox hitting a 10 billion player milestone. We're just going to put that claim under the microscope as a piece of educational commentary. This isn't user guidance, just an analysis.
Okay, let's unpack this. That reward 5,000 Robux is exactly the kind of thing that should make you pause. So what's the actual foundation of the claim?
Well, what's fascinating here is the digital footprint. Before we even check the claim itself, you have to check the claimant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we looked up the domain's age using WHOAS data, which is sort of like a public birth certificate for a website. And this site, Blxrewards.com, it was registered in December 2025.
Wait, 2025. So it's barely 6 months old at this point.
Exactly.
That lack of history that's a significant initial flag when you're dealing with these kinds of promises.
Absolutely. No established history means no trust bank. And if the website itself has no history, the claim has to be rock solid.
Which brings us to verification. So we check the core source, Roblox itself. I mean, if a platform that big hits 10 billion players,
Yeah.
but is giving away rewards,
It would be everywhere.
it would be front page news on their own sites.
And we searched every official Roblox website, every established communication channel we could find.
Ah.
We found no public announcement whatsoever, nothing about this specific 10 billion player celebration or the 5,000 Robux reward that goes with it.
So the claim is completely unverified by the very organization it's supposed to represent.
Completely.
Okay, so the foundation is missing. The claim is unverified. But what happens if you just, decide to try and claim it anyway? What's the user experience like?
Well, from what we've seen reported, the process involves clicking claim reward, and that just launches you into this loop of questions, surveys, and different tasks.
Right, a loop.
And the outcome is the critical piece here. Users go through all of that, they jump through all the hoops, but when they complete the final task, the 5,000 Robux, it's just not delivered.
And no explanation is given.
No explanation. It just ends.
That raises huge questions about accountability. We looked for the standard things you'd expect, customer support, social media, a privacy policy.
Yeah, and we noted a significant absence of those standard public-facing markers. No contact support details, no privacy policy you can read, no social media pages.
And that's not just messy, it's crucial. It means if the reward fails to show up, there is literally no one to contact.
There's no recourse, no one to ask for help or an explanation.
And finally, we looked for external validation. What did third-party review platforms show? Did any real users weigh in?
Specifically, we checked trusted platforms like Trustpilot. We found 0 user reviews.
0. Not even bad ones.
Just silence, no positive, no negative, which suggests the site hasn't established any kind of verifiable user base at all.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener, when you're navigating this world of, tempting digital rewards?
I think when you're evaluating these kinds of promotions, it's useful to remember what we call the digital trust triangle. Every legitimate promotion needs 3 things.
Okay.
First, verification. Is the claim confirmed by the official source? Second is history. Does the domain have an established age and user base?
Right. And the third?
And third, accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Are there transparent contact details and policies? If any one side of that triangle is missing, the whole structure of the claim just sort of collapses.
And understanding how to apply that framework to check these claims is, it's essential for protecting yourself in the digital age.
Which I think raises an important question for you to consider. How much weight should you place on the absence of information like 0 reviews or missing contact details when you're trying to determine the reliability of a new online service? It's not just the presence of red flags that matters, but that vacuum of trust signals.